Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Scheduled Conflicts.
I'm
scared.
Zillick ain't scary. It's fine.
So it will be November 1st for those who are going to be watching this on YouTube for the first time, but for us tonight, it is Halloween, and we have many things to celebrate. Great scares, great sweets, and a live 2D anniversary of this very model that I'm using today.
Yay!
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick overall. Speaking of, does anyone remember what happened last time?
We got back to Walton?
Yeah.
Important conversations were had.
You can tell our memory's great today.
Indeed. I almost forgot that all of Gallius burnt to the ground.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
I remembered that.
Yeah, minor details.
Oh yeah. Let's just brush past an entire pirate civilization falling to ruins. Nah, we're fine. So
We'll
everything's
make
okay.
another one, we promise.
Oh sure, we'll make another gargantuan city-sized boat and crash it into another shore.
Yeah, it sounds like something we could do.
Yeah. Honestly,
Only
more
this
likely than
time-
you think.
It'll have blackjack and hookers and ghosts.
I'm
It
pretty
already-
sure at least two of those were in Gallius before.
You know,
could have sworn it already
That's
had all
fair.
those things.
Hmm.
But no, after disengaging with all the pirates and leaving your own ship of people to their devices to head to Tarask Tooth Bay, Joust created a portal to jump back into the foundations of your vampire friend's abode. You were reintroduced to the shogun of the army who, while happy at your victory, was still a bit disappointed at the sounds of a resurgence of piracy in your name. But he has given you time to think about his offers and let you go off on your own ways. He did offer you his Horn of Valhalla in order to summon the warriors you will need as the reinforcements that you plan to use against Aleas. But for now, you've had a very well-spent day and are about to head to rest. But before that, Pain, you had discussed with Joust that you wish to do another dream.
Yep. Checking in on my brother.
So let's take care of that small little detail.
I mean, only doing a welfare check on my brother. Asked for me by name, nothing major. The dream space that I'm gonna use actually is gonna be a bit different.
You're gonna change it up?
Yeah. I would imagine that his room used to be mine. So I'm gonna have it basically look the way that Payne's room was set up when he was a kid. So not as many plush toys, a lot of more wooden toys, a lot of books, and let me think. You know what? Maybe a dartboard. I think he would have played darts as a kid.
As you set up your dreamscape with the casting of this spell, the traces of this memory just sort of nostalgia for a life that you once held before. See Your little brother simply scooting a train, like a little wooden train set, back and forth on the ground.
I'm gonna kneel down next to him. You like it?
There would have been a whole train set with it.
I think I was collecting them at one point. And then Father got fed up and... there goes that collection. Still. How have you been?
Good.
Jas was checking in on you the other night. Remember?
Little bit.
Be honest with me, did he just ask you a load of questions and not even give you a chance to answer?
Shrugs his shoulders.
Well, he's very concerned about you. But he's always been a worrywart, apparently. Said that you had wanted to see me. At least that's what you told him. Is that right?
I was wondering when you were coming back.
In here or in real life?
Still are coming back, right?
I'd like to. It's just difficult right now.
Not sure when she'll be back.
Ophelia?
He left recently.
Yeah? Did she say where?
Wouldn't tell me. Said she was finishing business. Then everything would be right again.
Yeah? What do you think she means by that?
Probably something her bosses want her to do.
What do you think of her bosses? Do you think they're nice people?
The way she describes it, her boss is God.
Well, you're not wrong. She works for Keen.
Seems nice.
I mean... he's strict. Very strict. I used to work for him too.
Said as long as you follow his light, he will gift you with all of his blessings.
Yep. That's what they say. Thing is that not everyone actually gets what they hope that they want, you know? Like, say
nice
you want...
mansion?
Yeah, say you want a nice mansion.
Lots
But
of
you
toys.
don't say how... Yeah, but you don't say how big the mansion's gonna be, whether or not you're gonna have people in it, whether or not you're gonna have people cook food for you, or how you're gonna clean it. You could have the big mansion, but as far as having people in it, he may not provide you with that. It might just be hollow, empty, and a bit lonely. At least that's what it felt like to me.
But it was still nice.
Yes and no.
Maybe you didn't follow the rules.
Maybe, but I thought that maybe the rules didn't exactly help, you know? They weren't exactly good. They were good for Keen, sure, but there were people who suffered. People who got hurt. And I didn't like that.
We just throw everything away?
No. Certainly wouldn't want to throw Ophelia away. I consider her a good friend. It's just...
Then why aren't you here? It's good and bad. Why can't you stay for the good?
because the bad could kill me. And I don't want to leave you alone.
I am alone.
Fair point.
There are people taking care of me.
Have they been searching for maybe your mother?
Not really. Mostly just cared about me. Everybody has all these things they want me to do. Hey, I'm gonna be in charge soon.
Of the Morrison household?
Nods his head.
Yeah, one day. The thing is, personally, I would like for you to still be a kid. To enjoy what childhood you have. And
Then come back.
no,
You said it yourself. You can't do it alone.
I want to. I really do. If I tell you why it is that I can't, or why it's difficult for me to come back, can you promise me something?
Maybe.
Can you promise? Can you promise that you'll try not to be scared? Reason why I say that is because I don't want you to think of me as someone that could potentially hurt you or cause you any harm because of what I am.
Why would I
If
think
that makes
that?
any sense.
Saved my life.
I know. Reason why I can't come back is because the nature of my being has changed. I'm no longer human.
What do you mean?
Do you know what vampires are?
Only from the storybooks. Bloodsuckers, the big capes, turning into a bat.
I can confirm to you that they are very much real. But there's another kind of vampire. It's a little bit different. It's not as strong as a full one. they can still do some pretty interesting things. A Dhampir is someone that is part vampire and part what they used to be. So in my case, I am still human, but only by half.
Or like stops pushing the train back and forth, just like, wait, you're a damn peer?
Yeah.
Can you turn into a bat too?
No.
Or fly?
Trust. Well,
Do you have a really cool cape?
I mean, does this cloak count?
Not really. I think like
Mm.
big black cape on the back with like the whole red inlining.
No. Honestly, purple is more my color. I like it.
Doesn't sound like a vampire.
No. See, that's the difference between a Dhampir and a vampire. Dhampirs don't exactly have the same power as a vampire, but they have more advantages.
Oh, so vampires are red and dampiers are purple.
No. They can be different colors, actually. So, you know how vampires can't stay in the sunlight because they'll burn?
Mm-hmm. The light of
I
King
can.
protects us.
Well, I can go in the sunlight and I'll be perfectly fine.
So Keen accepts you.
I wish.
Why not?
It's the vampire part that he doesn't like.
But you can walk in his light.
I can walk in light. That doesn't mean I can walk in his. I can go into churches and be perfectly fine, but I can't really feel comfortable in certain spaces, you know? It's like, you know, when you go into a ride at a carnival and you come off and you feel nauseous afterwards?
I don't go on those ones.
Yeah, they don't feel good, right? That's kind of what it feels like for me. The reason why Keen doesn't like vampires is because we're not really supposed to be alive.
But you said you're not a vampire.
But I am. I'm a Dhampir. It's just a dumbed down version of
Vampires
one.
are Dampiers? What?
It's a little confusing, I know. They're part of the same family, you know?
I thought you were my brother.
Yeah, I am.
Am I a Dampier too?
No.
I become one? He almost says with almost this like little excitement.
I wouldn't want you to become one.
Not. Said you get cool powers.
You do.
What cool powers?
See, here's the thing, Will. I didn't get my powers and my nature because of a blessing. I consider it one, but in order to actually get it, I had to die. And it really hurt. When I was saved, that's when I got my powers. But it also had a very drastic side effect.
Had
I
to
lost-
die to get your powers?
Yeah. And a vampire brought me back.
Hmm. Okay.
So, as cool as being a Dhampir is, trust me, I love it. It's one of my favorite things about me now. It's not something that is for everyone. Not all vampire houses are nice. The one that I'm from is. They try to help people. But a lot of the more horror stories that you hear about, those are the ones that are bad. And for a while, I was fighting those vampires when I was still alive. But then it got to a point where I was basically seeing every vampire as a bad guy. Until eventually I found a family. I was supposed to get rid of them. And they just wanted to live.
So
They weren't hurting anyone.
you have two families.
Kinda.
But
Actually, you know,
one
now
is
that I
stopping
think about
you
it,
from being with the other.
well, it's not the house's fault that I can't come and see you. Keen really doesn't like me because of what I've become.
Yeah, I can go and change his mind.
I wish it were that simple,
Why can't it be?
because he is very stubborn, very set in his ways.
I don't know that. I haven't seen him.
Have I actually met him?
Have you met Keen?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Thing is that as much as I would love to see you again and to stay with you, I can't for that reason, as well as one other. Currently, there are people who need help over in the Hollow Highlands. One of my friends, his family is in great trouble, and we need to go help them. As well as over in Elias, my partner, his family is also dealing with some issues over there. He also needs help.
When are you gonna
And
be
if we
home?
don't- I don't know. I'd like to be home sooner rather than later. But I tell you what, for every time that I am able to, and I'm not dealing with something major, like in a big battle where I have to fight against a big, hill giant or something like that. When I'm not fighting and I have a moment of reprieve, I'll come visit you. And I'll tell you all about the things that I've been up to, places I've seen, the things I've fought,
In
the
person,
things my
right?
friends and I've...
Not here, right?
Yeah. But I will come here to check on you, make sure you're doing okay. Give Jeff some peace of mind.
Make a persuasion or deception roll.
Okay. Nine. Not very persuasive.
Since this is just a dream to him now, he just nods his head and keeps playing with the train. Little defeat in his eyes.
I'm sorry that I can't be there. I truly wish I could.
And just puts a hand on his shoulder.
Helping all these other families. I hope I can help ours someday. It's up to you.
I'd like that. And hey, you've got plenty of time.
Hey, roll me a D100.
Okay. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh my god. I'm trying very hard to like grab both of them, and my freaking mouse is just like, no! There we go. God. Ugh. What is that? 95. Or is that 65?
Need a 95.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay.
Hey. You remember how I said that Keen doesn't like me? I don't want you to get in trouble because you're talking to me. So you be careful, okay?
Bet I could ask him to be nice to you.
What do you think that maybe he would want in return?
I don't know. I am a Morrison after all.
Hmm. I don't want you to make any rash decisions.
What to help?
I know.
What can I do?
Start asking about your mother.
My mom?
It's what they should have been doing at the first place.
I thought she was dead.
Is she? Is that
I
what
was
Father told you? Hmm. Has that ever been verified? Like, has Father ever taken you to see her grave? Pay respects and all?
I mean, there was a funeral, right? But never got to go back.
Hmm. Okay. I wish I had known about that earlier. Else I wouldn't have been making a big fuss about it, and maybe... I don't know. I just want you to be a kid. To be able to enjoy things like these, you know?
Just points at the toys.
And just enjoy life.
I've enjoyed lots
That's
of
what I want.
toys.
Well, yeah, but not just these, but also being able to play outside, making friends, going to school.
I had Joust.
I mean, friends your age. Other kids.
I know
you know?
was my age if you think about it.
Yeah, but like, did you ever go to public school at all? Or...
Dad said I was still too young for those things. Now it's just been tutor after tutor after tutor.
Hmm. What if you started asking to go to public school?
Ooh. Think they'll let me?
I mean, if you start asking that you wanted to pursue some kind of education, then yeah. Maybe you could work for the person that makes all the gear forged. Father was the financier,
Yeah, but
so
they
if you...
keep saying they want me to eventually be in charge of the Morrison house. They're kind of like teaching me all the things I need to know.
But
my
what
head
do
hurt.
you want to learn? What do you want to learn how to do?
How to get my family back. And before you have time to utter another word, the dream just sort of begins fading away.
Just gonna give him one last hug.
You never reach him.
Wake up. Wipe the sand off my face.
That's a good time for everybody else to get a long rest.
There he is.
Sorry about that. Had a little power thing and now it's back on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's good. It was
Oh.
good. It was very pranksters, let's say that.
Mm.
Oh.
But no, it's good.
Someone
It
hid
seems to be
Reese's inside the power box.
Yeah, it was E.T. I had to make him phone home.
Perfect.
Well, we're glad you're
Like,
here. Happy
let me
Halloween.
Let me get the
we
Fuji
did
going
the
quick.
dream spell and we all got our long rest, Joust.
Oh, wonderful. And we're trapped in the dream.
No.
Oh,
More than others. Anyway.
yes.
Mm.
But yes, happy Halloween, everybody.
Hope you got your candies
Oh, my heart
and
broke.
you're on your sugar rushes while you're watching our show.
Swedish berries are very tasty.
Ooh. More like Swedish fish.
Waiting for all
Also
that
good.
discount candy on November 1st.
Yes, same here. Same here. But yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I'll catch up if anything. Yeah.
Mm.
It was just basically the dream spell. That's pretty much the long and short of it.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
You all took your rest for the night and awakened to a new day. Just wave my hands.
Alright.
I would like to cast Sending first thing in the morning. If you do not.
Okay. For things up, you got your little morning stretches. You get a little,
Yep.
maybe a little wake up snack before you start sending the spell.
Yeah, well. Yeah, she wakes up, and once she's fully awake and, armored up, she will cast Sending.
Right? And who would you like to send to?
The Shogun.
No.
Shogun Hayashi.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I have thought of. I'm counting the words. I have thought about your offer and wish to discuss terms before we leave.
A few moments pass. But eventually you get a quick reply. Meet me at Karashi Tower at noon.
Well, I can't reply back, or else that'd be another seduce.
Yep.
I'll just leave
Another
it at
level 3 down there, right?
Who needs spell slots?
The cleric.
I do fine without, mostly.
All you need are fists and Eldritch Blast.
I actually do have spell slots too. It's weird.
Yeah, what is it, 2 a day?
I think I get one.
Aw, cute. Little baby's first spells. Aw.
Baby's first spell slot. The googly eyes. Oh my god.
What are you talking about?
Oh wait, I do get two. Sick.
Not like it's a Halloween thing.
I just noticed that TJ's got a pumpkin.
What are you talking about?
What
Everything's
pumpkin?
Laura's got the pumpkin.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Man.
But yes, so
Plenty of
she'll
time to
be
get
chilling and hanging around till noon.
Yeah, plenty of time to get your affairs in order.
Pain's just quiet.
At some point in time during the morning, Alaf will say to the whole group, so what are we thinking about the Shogun's offer for a boon? I say the Shogun, but the god.
I do not know. I do not know what the power of another god would do to us, but it would be probably pretty good.
I would like to take him up on his offer to at least lead some of his ships, but obviously not until our other tasks are done. But I think he is well aware of that.
I believe so, yes. But you know
Is it
me,
my belief? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, you know me, I don't believe a boon would help me at all, but I don't know if I'd be up to the task to become the Crash and Storms champion or prior. That's more of like a Laffy's thing, or like Tora being able to like strike like lightning. That'd be cool. Like actual literal lightning. That'd be cool.
No, not the person who already has a weaker version of their boon. Hi.
Yeah, I guess I do have a weaker version of boon. I guess that's just me. Yeah, that might be it.
Anyway. Lady Camelot, I would like to talk to you about this as well, or at least bring you into the conversation, if you do not mind.
An offer from the Shogun.
Mm-hmm. He would like me to basically lead some of his navy and set up a base down on the Whispering Coast. If I can do that, then it is possible that we could set up a teleportation circle there to here, and then we can have a secondary location in case the house is ever attacked again, we have somewhere to escape that nobody knows about. Except for the Shogun, and he doesn't know that, well, you know.
It would be interesting to see how he would react to putting Camelot in charge of a navy. That would definitely set travel in a good way.
Certainly give you some advantages as well.
Also, you could be on the ocean. We know how much you like that. I think. Joust thinks about it.
Slow turn to Joust.
Vampires below deck, Dampier above deck, taking care of operation. I could see it being very advantageous.
I believe so. And I mean, you do have the air of authority, Lady Camelot. Just your house in general would do well to work hand in hand with the Shogun.
Well, if you're simply just trying to bring this up for the sake of just being in the loop, then I say it's quite advantageous.
I mean, it's not
Ultimately,
a bad
it's
thing.
your choices.
Open communication. Yes, that is true.
Of course, and I want to get your okay because, like here, from what Alafi tells us, the place is covered in fog, so it is possible that other vampires can walk around freely like you do here.
It's actually like clear.
What?
Yeah, the Whispering Coast. It's open plains, almost as far as the
Really?
eye can see.
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty sure
how-
you brought
how
up fog
strong is
before,
the-
but maybe
how
it's me
strong is the
misremembering.
sunlight down there?
Well, there's ways to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Is it overcast over there
Imagine Iceland.
most of the time?
Ah,
It can be.
Iceland or
Depends on the day.
Greenland?
Iceland. Specifically
Ah.
Iceland.
Beautiful.
Calm.
Well,
Still.
it definitely would be. It will be interesting, and since I have your blessing, I will go ahead and accept the Shogun's offer.
Speaking of the Shogun and all that, how do you want to begin our journey? Should we see if we could rent a carriage or something, or should we just make as fast as we can? Also, should I set up another circle to us to come back here?
I like the carriage idea. We can take bets on how long those horses last.
Oh,
Feel bad for
you
them.
reminded
We
me
should
that
not
most of
bring
our
horses to the
died.
Hollow Highlands, actually. Ideally, we
Okay.
don't want to take any wheeled cart. It'll
Right.
slow us down.
Traveling
Any
through the
beast of
mountain
the day or
range.
night would just see that as easy target for food.
Very true. But traveling the mountain would be precarious.
We'll be going on foot this one for sure.
Very
I
well.
can carry extra supplies so that you guys don't have to carry as much, but
Yep,
yes.
To get to Hemgruff, which would be the most immediate path through the Old Way, or the immediate town through the Old Way, it would take you about 15 days on foot.
And if we are to travel through the valleyway and everything, we'd not be making great time, especially if the elevation rises to at least 14,000 feet in those peaks. Be quite an uphill vertical climb. I'm assuming it's just like immediately like valley into 14ers, like huge mountains that rise up.
Like from
Like juts.
Riften to Windhelm.
Jeez! That's steep. How
It's a
well
lot.
are you good at climbing? Besides Pain, I know you can climb vertical surfaces.
Oh, I can walk vertical surfaces.
Yes, but if anything, we might have to scale sheer cliff faces.
I can.
I can climb as well.
It's good.
Just can't do upside down yet. Can't figure out a way to see. Past my.
Ah.
Never mind. We have a meeting with the Shogun at noon, and then we should be off after that.
Well, I do have one thing that might help. We could fly.
Huh?
How?
As Joust looks in, his head like does like a full sissy turn. He's just like, with a little bit of magic, of course.
You're gonna have to be more clear. Some of us can use magic to fly, and then you gotta fill in the rest of us.
Well, I mean, I could make a few of you fly. It's just thinking real hard and flying. You know, you think a happy thought, and let it flow in your heart, and you fly.
I thought you need fairy dust for that.
Oh, ran out of
Was
that.
just
But
giving you the weirdest eyebrow.
And just like, no, I've learned that you can grind up fairies, and it does the same work. It's like, Jesus. It's no. I mean, there is.
Why
I don't know what the
just-
fairy.
Why don't we just try to just like go on foot and be as
Well,
prepared
yes,
as
but if we
possible?
need to get through,
There are
This
portions where
old way.
flying would be really handy,
Yes.
honestly, but that would be for portions.
all right.
We definitely don't need it all the time. And I cannot stress this enough. We are going to be fighting.
Oh,
I
yes.
expect every day if we're not quiet, and no offense to all of you wonderful people.
No,
when
I
it
get
comes
it.
to
I'm
being
loud
subtle,
and annoying. That's right. I get it.
There are a few of us that are not as subtle.
He looks at
Looks
Joust.
to Drana.
Joust looks at Tora, and he's just like, he is flamboyant. Like, he might not be as stealthy as me. The giant clanking robot.
Drana is smiling, blissfully unaware that Pain is looking at her.
I think this is just one of those things where we have to play it by ear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
With
I just
me
wanted
as your
to-
guide, we should be all right.
When was the last time
Albeit-
you were there, Alafi?
About 80 years.
Okay,
But-
and a lot can change in a landscape in 8 years. Are you sure you'll be up to the task?
Gob, can we see the huge fuck off mountain in the distance?
Yes.
Yeah.
I pointed the mountain. It's hard to get lost around here.
I mean, yes, but oh well. Either way, as soon as we find this point through the mountain, it would be our best to make as best we can. We'll have to try not to get lost. Yes. But yes, if it does come to it, do you know anybody we could ask yes or no questions to help us out? Probably your son, right, Alafi?
Many of the furbolgs will likely still know.
Hmm.
We could even go have a chat with them before we leave.
That might not be a bad idea. But either way, we do need to make as much time as we can if it is a 15-minute journey. It's like we're talking, Joust is putting down the circle back to here as well. Like he's been like just systematically like printing it out like in the spot where it's been like, but yes, that would be our best to just be able to teleport back here, I would assume. Just like we did when we killed Captain Yarface. But after the one that I would make over there in the Hollow Highlands or wherever we end up, it is pretty much that's it. Unless someone else can learn how to teleport.
Well, Tora, you got homework.
I mean, I'm working on it, but I need a little bit of time. Unless Tora can teach me.
It's not one I'm familiar with, but I might be able to help you along.
I know the common ley line principles. It's just a matter of being able to access them at any point is what's hardest. But either way, we'll talk notes later. Also, you see Joust like kind of like holds his book. He's like, also, I have to be careful on what I can talk to.
You mean what
No,
you can talk about?
No, be careful what I can talk to. I don't trust this book. As he like kind of folds under his arm. Also, yes, same thing.
No, I think the book heard that. I think you heard its
Okay.
feelings.
Just looks at it like, I do know that reading is its own adventure.
Dora, can I borrow you for a second? Just speak to you privately, please.
Little sudden, but sure.
I just don't interrupt what it is that they're talking about, and it's important.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk on over to a secluded area with Tora.
Easy enough.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Something on your mind?
Yes, very yes. So I told William about my condition. And surprisingly, he's more enthusiastic about it.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Problem is that he wants me to be there. I can't get to him. He doesn't have a mom. Father's gone, and now I can't even reach him. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Look, I'm sure we don't handle these things, then there is no getting back to our family, period. We've got about, 3 months before Elias goes apeshit? If that happens, we don't have families to go back to.
Yeah.
I know it's unlike me to think practically about these things, but I know you want to get back to him. But you also know it's safer right now if we don't.
I know. He wants to try and talk to Keen to let me come home. And that could be bad. It could put him in danger. I tried explaining it to him, but he's determined to try and put his family back together, and I don't... I can't stop him. I just want him to be a kid.
You'll give him that chance. Just not right now. Anything to a kid if he tries to talk to a god.
Dear God, all I want for Keensmas is my family back together.
On Halloween.
Right.
Keensmas isn't for another 2 months.
Ah, dang, I gotta get a gift.
I just hate leaving him like this. He's like, what, 9 or 10?
We'll get you Barry.
I really fucking hope so.
Look at all the shit we've done so far since we've started journeying. Getting back to him safely? If we've done all this and we can't figure out how to do that eventually, then we don't deserve to try and save the world.
I guess. Oh, yeah, and on top of all that, Ophelia's not there, so very likely she's chasing us.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that from the start.
Yeah, but now it's confirmation. Said she left not too long ago. Didn't say why. So, yeah. Fun.
Okay, so keep eyes in the back of our heads. Great. Back to that.
I'm sorry for freaking out. I just... Not used to this.
It's your little...
Should have warned the others about Ophelia.
Probably a good idea. Better that all of us are keeping an eye out, not just us.
Yeah.
Well, Lady Camulet, I have finished the circle, and once again, if I would ask your boldness to watch it over again, we should be able to return after our adventures wherever off to the east.
Seems
As
I am
long-
to serve as the trampoline for the Sanguine Band's misadventures.
Nonsense. I'm just saying, keep a door over it or something. I just want to make sure to know, and we'll try to send word that we come back so we don't impose on you again. Oh, reminds me. How did where'd Pain go?
Right here.
Ah, yes, there are Pain. How I didn't ask. How was the dream? I had been so busy writing in the morning, I had forgot to ask.
Yeah, so good news and bad news. Good news, he's fine. He's doing well.
Good.
Good.
Not corrupted by the incomparable brightness of Keen, I hope.
No.
I mean, you know my warnings.
The kid can think for himself. He's smart.
Alright. I was smart.
Bad news. He confirmed that Ophelia was had left not too long ago.
The Saints, they're on the move.
Not
Alright.
too
Yeah.
long ago.
Yep.
We have more time than we thought.
Well, they might be fast. We've done as much as we can in terms of delaying them.
They will not be as fast as us going through the Hollow Highlands.
In the mountains, yes. We,
Eh,
on foot, we will have the advantage. You are right, Halafi, yes. If I know how the Saints are, they are brutal, but they do like to be on horseback. But yes, either way, we should clean up our meeting with the Shogun, and then...
Eyes in the back of our heads, lads. 'Cause we're not taking any chances.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'll have to screw them in, but my head doesn't rotate very well when I have to have
Turn a
both of them in.
phrase, Joust. It means be on
Joust, like-
the lookout.
Joust has a couple eyeballs. Really? Oh, okay. And like, I was in his back. I go, all right. Got the upgrade kit and everything. He like puts it away.
From the way
Alright.
you describe them, they're not exactly subtle. We should see them coming from a ways off.
Well,
Yeah.
Or at least I certainly will.
the Saints do have many allies. Be careful with that as well. But yes, either way, we should be making rid of it. But the circle is established, so wherever we need to, we will appear back here, like with your face. So long as nothing important happens to it. It will once again be a one-time trip back. So if we need to come back, we only got one shot at it.
If by the time that we do get back, the Saints are here, Ophelia, if you need to hide, we will not blame you.
Oh yes, of course. Take care of yourself more than a feeble circle. By the time we come back, I should know the concept of ley line travel.
I would like
Just
to
a
think
matter
I
of getting
have the home field advantage.
It's true, but you know they are annoying, and you have.
Paladins are undead hunters specifically, right?
They can be, yes. Especially the keepers of Keen, you know, the Saints. They
The
do
Ashen
not
Hand
like.
specifically is.
Yes.
Just a warning.
They're the ones you want to watch out for.
Yes, very much so. And this Lady Ophelia, although a very fashionable dancer and good haircut, does seem like she's got her hands tied at the
You know
moment.
what you do? If they ask you questions, tell them you saw a strange group of people head east into the mountains.
And then we
That'll be a
teleport
huge
right-
waste of their time.
Now it'd be funny, like the moment we teleport in, we
I
just
will
see him, we
make
just all
myself
sneak in.
scarce.
Yeah,
That's probably
smart.
the best call.
Yes.
So I worry
Yeah,
if they do
plus-
make their way here, they might, shall we say, desecrate whatever plans I might have going.
Of course.
Say, this conspicuous teleportation circle in a basement that's not yet completed.
Where? Oh, right, the one I just made.
I'm
Hey,
I'm
oh.
just saying, I don't want you to start drawing a circle on your end and realizing it's not working.
Ah, yes, that would be annoying. But yes, I mean, but they would not have much on a construction yard. But
They would
if you
have
do
no
need to
reason
give
to
a,
suspect.
of course, yes, they would. They would most likely. They also would not make much inside the city. Of course, they don't want to risk a full-blown exhibition of power.
Yes, they are. In
Plus
fact,
you got the
strict
eyes of
mortal
Keen.
enemies. Be a miracle
Plus,
if
you got
Yes.
the
they
eyes
got
of
past
Kong literally
guidance.
all over them.
Yes, with the network around here, they should know well ahead of time. But right, yes, but Lady Camelot, always a pleasure. It's always been a fun time when you're around, girl.
Why do you talk like this?
Hey, don't blame me for being down with the kids, yo.
What?
Sorry, I upgraded my vocabulary last night, and I don't think it's gonna stick.
I
No.
don't even know what that means, and I'm embarrassed by it.
Same.
See, Joust tries to like awkwardly lean. I don't get it. Like, I'm not cool. Like, is he not like?
Either way, we have a meeting at noon. We need to get ready for that.
Ah,
If we want to split up to cover more ground, Alafi, you can talk to the Furbolgs while we talk
Oh,
to
I'm
the
coming
Shogun.
for those boons.
I mean,
I may have boons from one god, but I will take more from more. The more power we can get, the better. I didn't end up getting to say the thing I was going to say earlier, but I see no potential downside to this particular boon. We've already done a service for them. I highly doubt they'll ask for much in return.
All I know is the more boons we make, the more favors that need to come a calling.
Either way, we should get going.
Of course.
Mhm.
Yes, we should all. It would be rude to not talk with the Emperor. We can talk with the Furbolgs on our way out of the city. We go
Exactly.
at the east gate.
All right.
Very well.
Camelot, Lady Camelot, do you happen to have anything? This is an old question, and probably the stupidest one I'll ever ask. Do you have one of those like stereotypical vampire cloaks or anything like that? Just, I don't know, old keepsake or something like that.
A high top collar.
Yeah, one of those.
An 80s high top collar.
80s.
The leaf that got lost in the puff of smoke it became when this whole place burned down.
Hmm.
Oh, darn. I mean, I might have one, Pain.
It's
You
got to
had
be a
one?
vampire cloak.
I
That
think
seems
it looks.
astoundingly strange. What would a cloak of that
it's
size
going to
do
be my
for?
cloak. Wearing it.
Okay. Just figured I'd ask.
Ah, Pain. I know you need new fashion advice. After all, you were so last season, but now's not
It's
the
not
time,
for
friend.
me.
Oh, you want me to wear it? I don't
No.
know. Oh, okay.
It's for Will.
Wait, why does Will need to wear a vampire costume?
He
Oh, does he want to visit? You need to bring clothing for him?
certainly wants a visit. But,
Oh. Yeah. It sounds as though you wish for him to adventure with us.
A thought experiment. What if we did?
Well, the chances of him staying alive are exponentially lower every day. Let's see, currently, although it would be what I was planning, current phases would not work in our favor. Most likely chance of William surviving to the end of the month, 13.387%.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think it is a good idea.
Why? As you
Well-
said, his chances of surviving are low.
They aren't zero, though.
He's in.
He's in better hands with us, people that love him.
He is
Instead
fine
of
where he is he
being-
not?
If we bring him with him, God knows what he could end up in. With everything that comes at us.
Yes, that is true. But if he is in Fallen Fire, there are enemies that are beyond our comprehension there.
And he's
Enemies of
alone.
society, enemies of nobility. Just like says, like almost angrily, like, ugh. It is a terrible place. I love it, but I do not believe a child should be raised there.
Bringing a child with us would be a death sentence. Let's just forego the idea. Let's go talk to the Shogun. We got better things to worry about.
Well,
Yeah.
Pain, if it did come to it, I would stay with him and raise William.
Hmm.
After all, I am not very needed in this. And I would be a burden onto if Elias would get a hold of me. But that is neither
She's
here
not
nor
going to
there.
get a hold of you. Shut the fuck up. You are not a burden to us.
If she was going to, she probably already would have. She evidently doesn't have very good control over what was your half brother, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, what's left of him anyway?
Just
holds
thinks
the
about
coin.
it. Just thinks about it. Oh, yeah, I miss him.
Here, you want to say hi?
You want to see what?
No, it's like a shrunken head version of no.
No. It's
Not
like
that-
a
it's
like a
little-
leathery
but-
coin thing.
No, I don't really want to. After all, it is quite crass to throw around someoe's corpse.
Oh, Joust, it's been a long time.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Thistle.
we are
leaving.
leaving.
Joust actually thinks it's him. Oh, hi, Thistle whore. He's like completely not thinking about
This
it.
is morbid as shit.
Yeah, that's dark. That's some dark shit, bro.
Fucking love this.
What just happened?
All right. We ready to go to the meeting?
Of course.
Yeah.
Lead the way, Captain.
All right. And I will lead them to the
The Shogun.
Karashi Tower.
One second.
Yo.
That swig.
Yep. Hydrate or dihydrate.
So, Arashi Tower, the seat of office and home of the Emperor. This tall 5-story structure marks the tallest man-made structure across this. Can be seen from every corner of it.
Not gonna lie, I have a very strong urge to scale this tower.
Why? There are stairs inside.
It's more fun to climb all the way up to the rooftop. Like, all the way up to the top.
Pretty sure those guards would actually stop you.
You say
If
that
I
as lightning
sneak-
strikes the tallest bit of the tower.
Yeah, still worth it.
I would have to pass. I'm quite conductive to electricity.
And cannonballs. Let's go.
Now, they don't
What
call
if we
me
just-
old cannonball
What if I just
joust.
asked permission from them?
I mean, I guess you could. Maybe that'll be your boon. Who knows?
Yes, attracting cannonballs.
No.
So,
Freaking-
I look around. I want to make sure we weren't followed by anyone. Or at
Give me a
least-
perception check.
Thank you. That's supposed to be plus 10, so
20.
24.
24?
As you've been making your way between the districts, you've mostly been eyeballed by some common folks here and there. Other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary.
I mean, we do stick out a lot.
Yeah.
Huh?
As you
Well,
head towards the
we
tower,
weren't
surrounded
followed.
by these stone walls, followed by these large torii gates guarded by what appears to be a pair of elite guards.
I approach but do not pass, as in I walk up to them just to let them know.
Rona Emberlight, we've been expecting you.
Thank you, sir.
We're coming in too.
I mean, we are her subordinates.
Her crew.
Subordinates. We are in the presence of royalty.
Her entourage.
Entourage.
If they're needed to stay outside for the safety of the Emperor, then they can wait out here.
Cool. You got it.
Their presence will also be needed.
Oh, I was gonna work on my
Understood.
popping and locking.
Popping and locking.
Yeah, see?
He's in a
Pop,
mood
lock, and
today.
drop
Let's just
it.
ignore him.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yeah.
It's something his joints do. It's no big deal.
No, it's
Anyway.
a type of dance. Just does as he walks in.
Joust, you don't need to share with the rest of the class, alright? It's fine.
All right, he asked. Just is like, all right.
Perhaps
It's fine.
do not do those dances in the presence of the Emperor.
I know he's not much of a puppet or a locket kind of
I
guy.
don't know. He danced pretty well last time we did it.
That's true.
That was the Shogun, not the Emperor.
Yes.
Mm,
The Emperor
fair,
is very
fair.
different. Yes.
I mean,
Of
to be
course.
fair, he was filled with the. As we're walking in, we did make the avatar of. I've forgotten the god's name. Help.
Kong.
Kong.
And we did make the avatar of Kong dance, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
That was amazing. That was literally one of the best things I've ever
Just
seen.
as we're walking past the guards, they continue this.
You could really cut a rug. Gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, the elite guards just take a sidestep out of your way as you make your way into this sort of squared off bonsai gardens setup. Just these long corridors leading up to stairs up to the tower, and these off to the sides, just these sort of well taken care of bonsais. Granted, they have to do a lot to make sure that the water stays out of them more than it stays in them. So it's a bit of a hybrid setup. Eventually up on the steps of the tower on the first floor, you already see Forge Master Sorkash and Shogun Hayashi waiting. Several guards are also with them.
I take off my hat and kneel before both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I will follow suit.
Elafi just gives a little bow.
Welcome to Karashi Tower. It is an honor to have you here.
The honor is ours, sir.
Absolutely.
Come, we shall sit in the foyer and have some tea before the Emperor arrives.
Sounds nice.
We
Thank
can
you,
discuss things while we wait for him.
Warm water does sound good on my joints. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
You know, I heard that hot water actually cleanses the soul. Is that a practice that you have here?
Where with the presence of our rain giving us a much needed blessing of water, you can see how it might become ingrained into a culture.
It's not a bad one. Just a little fascinated, that's all.
It is all of the elements at their disciplined extremes that make the cleansing processes more potent.
Well, cleansing impurities seems to be a very important thing to do.
Yes, legend has it the great god King Kong was the one who helped quell back the elemental primordials the most in his days.
Oh yeah, I heard that there was a lot of fire.
He sounds like an amazing warrior.
Higo?
Yeah.
What would I know of the story between Keen and Kong's falling out from Falling Fire's perspective?
Give me a religion check.
Okay. Come on now. Religion. Please win. 5.
5.
My rolls are just bad today.
As someone who spent a majority of their adult life in Skylysium, you can only go off of what was told about the great gash that divided the country apart during their large feud that eventually invented Skylysium for them. You don't know the details or the reasoning behind it, just that it happened.
If you'll forgive me for asking, I'm mainly curious. I come from Skylysium, which is more of a neutral territory between here and Falling Fire. So you hear a lot of conflicting stories, but the only thing that will remain true is just the presence of the gash and the abyss. Never really understood why there was a falling out between the God Brothers. Or what exactly occurred. Just didn't make sense to me.
Before the countries were divided amongst themselves the way they are now, everything used to belong to the gods equally. They forged the world in their shape. It was one day when Kong had realized that his brother Keen was hell-bent on ruling it all himself. Of course, as you could imagine, this caused a great disruption within the Pantheon and the way order was maintained. Fortunately, this dispute would end in a battle between Keen's and his followers, as well as Kong and his. The battlefield became the place where they divided themselves, created the abyss. They were gods, and they could not kill each other. They did the only thing they could do to preserve what life was left amongst their followings. Simply divided. Split themselves up.
And yet the fighting still continues.
Yes. It has continued on for almost 200 years now.
Fighting will continue until the gods make up, but there's really no real chance of that if they're both holding grudges.
No side has truly engaged in full-scale war. There have simply been tests along the borders. Scouts spotting scouts, sizing up each other's armies and defenses. There has not been a full skirmish for at least 200 years.
As they say, the dawn breaks apart the storm, but the storm can cover the dawn. Yes, it is a mutual clash.
Well spoken.
What would it take for it to stop the fighting? I mean,
Well,
Peace.
okay.
yeah, what kind of peace are we talking about here?
Simply that.
Where
God Keen is bent on ruling Falling Fire, the cradle of Eos, as his own singular entity. We wish for him to be rid of that belief. We all served our purpose to the gods, and the gods have served us. When they all used to rule together. We are hoping to, in some way or another, show the god Keen the error of his way. To enlighten and enrich him. Kong's storm.
You could say, here comes the rain again, falling on like a new emotion. And his new emotion would be clarity. But although it is hard when people are blinded by the light. And it's kind of a douche. He could
mildly.
He's blinded by the light. But either way, yes. It seems that the only way for real peace to settle is that the gods, unlike the nations that they lead, pass their differences. Right now we just need to tip the scale to see if that can happen.
And if your intel is correct, Alea seems to be making moves of her own.
Yes. It seems that we have to knock out a piece on the chessboard for other people to catch up. So if we get rid of
Elias, what do you think the king would do?
First of all, what happens when a god dies?
Nobody knows.
I asked Death that. He didn't answer. He said he didn't know.
It's possible, though.
Such a power exists. Not sure whether we'd be wise enough to wield it.
True. Although we must stop others with ill intent of getting such power as well.
My concern is that when Elias is taken care of, she is no longer a threat. I worry that Keen might become the next target.
Indeed.
I'm down with our new friends.
Yes.
I know what side is right to fight on here.
All we
It's
know,
hardly a choice to make.
Yes. All we can say right now is that the most eminent threat, and then must deal with other threats that may in turn rise in his education. If he believes that he would bring a new dawn to try and claim the power that we would claim to potentially defeat Elias, we would have to at least subdue him, or at least have them see reason. Although I do not wish for any gods to die. I wish for peace. And that is the greatest fight of them all.
Elias has kind of proven herself to be more of a parasite than a god.
But we must forget one thing. She is technically the goddess of life.
It's not always a parasite of life.
Of nature itself.
Arguably, Gaia is closer to gods in life.
Yeah,
She creates a lot of things.
yeah, more like nature, roses.
Potato, potato. We need to figure out what happens when a god dies, because if she dies, there's a vacuum. Who knows who rises up next?
Right, that is true.
And what god tries
Sure.
to claim her territory?
Yes.
Look, if a god were to die, I'm sure there would be people around to help you keep the peace. Like pointing over, sorry, not pointing, gesturing towards the shogun and the emperor. These two actually reasonable people in positions of power. As an example, just a thought.
Of course.
Is the Emperor not
It's
here?
not really just a position of power, it's also the domain they control.
Very true. I'm not much of a celestial caster, but it does say that it would create a power vacuum in the literal pantheon. That is to make true sense, but either way, we are talking semantics now. Right now, our main concern is at least get into where we need to go.
I'd like for Resistance not to be caught in the crossfire when things could be belly up.
Mhm. And we
Think
should
about how
have
many
a-
lives we'll be saving by denying this. Tor's homeland is the one in the most danger here.
Correct. And if we could, if you trust me, Payne, if we could deal with this without combat, that would be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, but it would also be kind of boring. Very real.
Hey, I like boring. That's why I bring up the excitement. That's why I bring up the excitement.
I'm a just on this one. Boring isn't bad.
Boring's not bad. Boring is a peaceful life. I could learn how to whittle. That would be fun. Just think about it.
Hey, I can teach you.
Ooh,
You know,
like
that's probably why you died.
I did? Oh no.
You pain.
Oh. Oh.
Can I roll something
I
then?
too.
I mean, technically, I die if you pull up a core.
Forge Master.
These two just listen to our insane racing. Sorry. Go ahead.
I may have been coming up with a blueprint for a weapon, and I may need a master's eye on it, for I am still but learning. Learning about blacksmithing. I hear you are one of the greatest blacksmiths in all the land. Would you be willing to take a look at it while we wait for the Emperor?
Do you have anything written up?
Yes, and I put the paper that I was scrolling on the other night. Basically trying up a very basic blueprint of what I'm looking to make.
Alright guys, this is gonna sound really weird, but I need us all to jump out of the call and back in again and see if it fixes it.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, 1, 2,
Oh, okay.
3, what?
Alright, that worked?
Did it work? Chad, let
Did
us
it
know
work?
if it worked.
What happened?
Our,
I was
our chat is being
troubleshooting. I was
haunted by,
troubleshooting some really scratchy noises coming from our audio on Twitch, and I routed it to
Oh.
Discord being Discord.
No.
Ooh, spooky Discord!
I could tell
Okay,
because
it's
on
much better now. That did it.
nice,
Alright.
Okay,
nice.
good.
Whew.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
guys.
Discord.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Discord. You
Discord,
assholes.
you
Happy
spooky
Halloween.
weirdos.
Making us sound glitched out as hell. All right.
Go howl at the moon instead of us.
Sorry, where were we? Oh yes, I asked if you had plans.
And I have a rough idea. It's a weapon combination to make a ranged and melee weapon potentially as one. So you don't have to lose ranged firepower when wielding it.
See it?
And that's when I pull out the paper. I scroll down, my rough idea of it, and I hand it over to him.
Slide the paper his way across the tea table.
Now, I'm not sure how good Drana is at drawing blueprints. Do you want me to roll for it?
What is it, like an old napkin that you wrote on?
Nah, it's a piece
between
of
a
parchment
blueprint
she had.
design or just a stick figure of you with 2 round spheres and a big weapon on your hands.
That would be
God
fucking
damn.
hilarious.
Sure, make the roll.
Very funny.
That's a nat one. Yeah, just like.
What do I roll?
Are you proficient with calligraphy tools?
No.
Then it's just a flat d20.
Are proficient
go.
with forging though, aren't you? And these are blueprints for a
15.
forging thing. Oh, you did good.
I am proficient with carpenters and smiths tools.
That does not
And alchemy
translate to
supplies.
blueprints. Like you,
Yeah,
you,
painter's
you can
supplies
forge
and
what's
stuff.
on the blueprints, but drawing the blueprints up is a whole nother story.
15 though.
Just be like,
That's
I make this weapon go smash.
So it's not the most professional thing, but for a pirate, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, he sort of looks at it with like this squinted look on his eyes. Sort of leans over to the Shogun. Kinda reminds me of your firing squad.
There you go.
Drana already wringing her hands. Good. Good.
We were able to take some ideas from Falling Fire with us, including the use of gunpowder weaponry, although it's a lot more common down there than up here.
Yes. We managed to obtain one up here, but obviously it was from a pirate that we had to take out.
This is beyond just being a firing weapon, however. This is almost turning a firing weapon into an entire pole-arm within itself. I can see that the passion is there, but we need to figure out how it'll actually work as a proper weapon. Prototypes. if you
Agreed.
will.
Agreed. I was thinking about consulting a distant relative of mine, but right now I am sitting before a master, so I thought I would ask.
I mean, take a crack at it, if not just for curiosity's sake, but
If any edits need to be made, I'm sure you would be the one to spot them and know.
you'll let me keep this.
If you like, Drana, I can draw down the copy you made.
Yes, please.
I would end up having to redraw and redesign myself, but
Absolutely. And I 100% understand that. But yes, I would like to keep a copy myself and then have Joust here redraw it so we both have a copy, just to make sure.
sure.
A
Wanna
moment,
get that
Shogun,
done
if
now,
I may.
can-
Of course.
Oh, ready on hand with that. All right.
Well, yeah, you see, like, one hand as it,
It's
like, kind of
handy.
slides over. It just, like, his left hand, Bicentennial Man, iRobot. Just, did you want me to fix it, or do you want the exact copy? Okay, exact copy.
Exact copy.
It's just, like, almost like
Please,
a
I
photocopy version of it.
appreciate the enthusiasm, but no need to start taking liberties. Fully made a design yet.
Of course. Of course, Lord Shogun. After all, I'm just... One could say I'm very handy as my hands rotate around, like, haha. And I could give Drana the photocopy version and the original to the Shogun again. Or the Forge Master. Forge Master.
Yes.
Shogun would need it. Yes, he would hand it over to him, I assume.
I appreciate all the help.
Oh, after all, Captain, you are very important. I'm just here to help.
We appreciate what you have done, taking Gallius off the map on our behalf.
And I trust that you will rebuild it as a lawful trading city.
We'll start off small. Perhaps work some fishing into it and become the next trading hub to Morrowhaven.
The fishing is good there.
Mhm.
If not very well protected.
I remember I was a shark down there. A lot of fish down there.
Anyway. Yes, I'm glad we could help with this.
And you
But-
have considered my offer.
I have, and I want to accept it. Under the condition we take care of the Elias business first, and then yes, I would happily join you all and start up a base down on the Whispering Coast for you.
Excellent.
As long as you're able to help with my projects, which obviously you are, and it is very much appreciated, Shogun and Forge Master.
We will do our best to make sure that this is a fruitful relationship that we share. After all, among all these witnesses here, under Forge Master Sokash, my elite guards, and Kong of the Storms himself, I will hereby grant you the rank of Kaigun Ginshui, the highest Navy officer rank I can give you.
Thank you, sir. As I give him a little bow.
See a little kid.
Begin to feel a static in the air. Hairs on your head almost standing up from static electricity.
Jeff's
As-
wig blowing above his head.
Your feathery beard froze frizzy. As behind the Shogun and Forge Master sitting at the tea set is the stairs that would lead up to the second floor, is just see these bolts of lightning just sort of start zapping their way down the stairs.
Oh, Joss would see that. He would go into the full, like, Caesar bow. Like, just like arms prostrated and head on the ground.
As would Drana.
You see the sharp and unbridled armor, the green skin, the sword stashed on his back, the large Kabuto helmet. As Kong himself makes his way down the stairs.
King Kong ain't got shit on him, motherfucker! Oh, is it like Sung Wukong almost? Jeez. Yeah, because this is the second time we're in the presence of a literal god.
Yep. And this time, Drana actually respects them, so...
So, we have a new marshal of our navy. This would be
Yes, Lord.
Marshal Drana Emberlight, God King. I must say, it was quite impressive when you made me do that dance.
Oh, my lord. My apologies.
Your powers over
Suggest-
the fabric of reality itself are unbridled. It was refreshing. It is not
Yeah.
often I get to dance.
Also, I do remember getting thrown through a wall. You are quite strong, my lord. Just like thinks about that. Yes.
Remember that building you tried to hide behind?
Oh, right. Yeah, the one that was evaporated. Yes, but I do not mean to be rude, of course, sir. It was just I kind of wing it. And it's just like wiggles, and he doesn't.
I have seen you all at your potential, and have faced your attacks head on without fear. You are our new marshal. As marshal of our new naval fleet, tell me, Lady Emberlight, who amongst you will be worthy of my boon? I will allow you to make the choice.
Well, there's only one person I would trust with your boon, and I believe that would be Pain.
Oh.
They swore to protect me, and they have always done that. And they have family that they also need to protect. We are going... Who... I believe that no one would be more worthy of your boon than someone as pure of heart as Pain is.
Pure of heart's a bit of a stretch, but okay.
Nah.
I disagree.
I would have picked Drana.
I mean, you would have picked Drona, and that would be valid.
Mm-mm.
I'm not disagreeing with her choice. It's her choice to make. I'm just saying, you know,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Almost to Drana, and then his eyes gaze over to you, Pain.
He meets his gaze for like a second and then just kind of like looks away a bit like unsure of how to properly either address him or how much eye contact he should keep.
You
It's like, look.
look upon him, his irises glow like lightning itself is stored within the pupils of his eyes. You are a killer.
Yeah.
Like the many
that's my job.
spies and assassins I have strewn throughout Eos. It is about making your mark and making sure that your targets never know from whom which they are killed. I would grant you such a boon, should you accept it.
With all due respect, sir, I don't see how it would help protect the people that I care about. Especially what family I have left.
He just kind of looks down and has a solemn look on his in his eyes and just on his face. Of course, Tora knows the context. Not sure if anybody else can guess the context of why, but, you know.
See, Giles looks and he's like, I know that look. That is a look of shame and uneasiness.
If not a mist of death, then perhaps a mist of protection. It may cloak your allies, so that they too can remain unseen from the forces that might come to harm them. The elements are not always combative. They are preventative. You see a hurricane coming, are you a fool enough to run into it? No. You wait for the storm to calm. Would you go running blindly into the mist, waiting for your victims to simply become just that? No. Use the elements to your advantage. For good. It's all a matter of how you wield it. That is the wisdom of storms.
Payne nods.
Then
I
you
can
would
agree to
accept
that.
this.
Yes.
Soon enough, the room begins to almost like as the rain outside hits the ground, it almost pops back up as steam mist as it sort of like the tower itself is taking a deep breath in as the mist just sort of envelops the whole room. So everything is obscured around you. Your eyes remain clear to your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
You have gained the boon of the mist. As an action, you can envelop a 15-foot radius circle in a thick miasma of mist, cloaking you and your allies in heavily obscured terrain.
Which is very strong.
You and up to your proficiency are the amount of allies you can choose that can see through this fog.
That is sick. I love it.
It's so good.
By the way, yeah, heavily obscuring, one of the strongest things in D&D.
Heavily obscured is essentially unseen.
Yeah, because you can't cast on somebody in a fog if you literally can't see them.
Mhm.
How long does it last?
It would be up to a minute.
Okay.
Is it a once per day thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Got it.
makes sense.
Okay. Cool. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Quite
And
useful,
the
actually.
mist begins to envelop you specifically, Payne, as it almost becomes absorbed into your skin. No markings or anything, but you feel its presence within you.
just like examines his hands and his arms, feeling the mist around him.
Let this be a sign of calmer days ahead. Storm cannot last forever.
He bows.
Thank you.
This day forth you will be considered citizens of the reigning Vale. With it is the rights to property, should you choose to be in the market for something like that.
I immediately look over to Joust.
See, Jas has googly eyes for a half second, then he's like, "What?"
It can be as far north as the newly appointed Gallius, or as south as Skylysium.
Captain!
Do you have an idea?
I want a house.
Comes your run with God. First thing he wants to do, buy property.
All right.
It was,
I've been thinking about this for literal months.
the Forge Master can discuss the details with you, but I leave you with my blessing and boon.
Thank you.
We appreciate it,
Thank you, Lord
God Emperor.
Kong, Emperor.
And with a bow, he heads back up the stairs. Static just leaves the air as his presence vanishes.
I don't know if you know the movie Big Trouble in Little China, the guy or the riding guy, just that guy walking around.
Yes,
That's what I was
love
thinking
that
of,
movie
but
so much.
that's one of my favorites. Like that guy with the lightning is just how am I just
That was my childhood.
I love that shit. Oh, I was like, ooh,
Oh.
that guy's he's Lord Raiden from Mortal Kombat, but if he was
He
still
is.
a kick-ass god, man.
I'll just set this in the open bar.
Please and thank you.
Oh, I was starting with Drana.
Oh, right. Of course.
The official term of Kaigun Gensui, the Marshal of the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
That is your official title.
Well, you can change your business cards now, Drana. You know,
Yes.
You
no
can
longer
still be
Queen of
Pirate
God.
Queen and Marshal of the Navy. Who says you can't be both?
I
Well.
was actually about to bring that up with the Shogun.
Kaigun
so-
being Navy, Gensui being the term Marshal, so just
Mhm.
Gensui would work for you too.
Sir,
Okay.
Sir Shogun, I feel it. I feel like it may be. Although I am now Kaigan, may I request that I still keep the title of Pirate Queen? Therefore, the people in the South are still unknowing of us setting up a base down in the Whispering Coast.
He sort of like gives you this narrow squint as he's like, "You came here to agree to our terms."
The terms are agreed to, and I will still be under your bidding. It's for our enemies to think that I am not allied with you, and that is the only reason. I will do as the God Emperor says.
Make your persuasion roll.
Basically, we're going to set up what others will think is a pirate base, but they know it's a military base. Is my... Well, I didn't mean to click roll, but... 14?
Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors.
If not, that is perfectly alright.
Don't worry, it's not a military base. It's just a KFC Taco Bell hybrid. Wait a minute.
Is not the path that I would have set for you as our new Marshal of the Navy. If it were to deter our enemies but for a moment. I can see the sense in it. Do not have to like it though.
If Shogun believes it unnecessary, then I will remain with the title that was blessed upon me by the God Emperor and yourself.
As soon as we can get a whole fleet there, we'll renounce your name as Pirate Queen.
Exactly.
After all, we would like to strike when our enemy is unknown, like a lightning bolt. Hmm?
Let the Whispering
Indeed.
Coast remain a whisper till it is time to strike.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds amazing. And thank you for your time, both of you.
And thank you, Kong. We look outside at the rain. Thank you, Kong.
Alright.
Business
We
is
have a
settled.
journey east. So, unless there's anything else, we should be on our way.
Do we all by the way, I didn't mean to ask this now, but do you all have supplies and food? I don't really know how to plan for food when I don't eat.
I could pick up a few more rations, but yes.
Yes. All right. Very good.
We could also do some hunting on the way, right?
I mean,
We
mountain
wish to
ranges are
hunt
not known.
beasts.
Hmm. The
I mean,
Hollow
I've had
Highlands
owlbear.
Going to be
Actually
more
quite
than
good.
owlbear there.
Ooh, variety.
Yeah, have you ever heard of drop koalas? They're over there, and they're deadly.
Laffy.
Oh yeah, I've eaten tons of that stuff before.
So
You're
we
Laffy
can
eating like a
cook
caveman,
them.
Fred Flintstone-sized chunk of ribs. Like, ooh, big ribs.
We can cook them. If they can be eaten, I am all for this.
Honestly, we will probably be eating pretty well. The plants and monsters of the Hollow Highlands are stuff I understand well and have been cooking, well, used to cook for years and years.
I think
So-
it's probably a very, very protein-rich diet.
Alright, I'm in.
Plants grow
I
pretty
mean-
big too. Also, the plant monsters can be tasty.
Oh, as for the housing situation, is there any
We really need
place?
to start setting us up now.
No, not at all.
We can think
Apologies.
about that later. We
Yes.
can think about that later.
But it seems Payne is very keen on.
We need to
Jump
think
down
of
to-
ideas first.
Do you want a house first, or do you want a weapon first?
Weapon first, house later.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
We will come
Wait a
back to the
minute.
house location.
Well, what about a house gun? Fires houses. Just thinks about it.
Do you have any idea how expensive that would be?
It's a waste of resources.
But think of how many witches it would kill.
One. That's all that matters. One.
One per house.
For some reason, there's always a witch every time the house falls. Just.
Were there
Yeah.
more
Anyway.
serious matters we needed to talk about?
No, my
Not at
no,
all.
my lord.
Thank you for your time. Let's go. We have a long way to travel.
Right. A lot of stairs to climb down.
Storm forever at your back.
As with yours.
And with it brings a bright new day.
Finish whatever tea you have and make your way outside of the tower. Got a long road ahead of you. Time to make your preparations. What would y'all like to do?
I'm going to get 20 days worth of rations just in case.
Days worth of.
If anything, I would like to find spices that might be useful to help cook, but I don't know what spices
I
are.
already bought a ton of those the other day. We're good.
Okay,
I'm
but
ready to go
I've
when
read
you guys
that
are.
I read that one thing called cumin is good. What's cumin?
If it was in this town, I bought the spices.
All
We
right.
did a whole scene with it the other day.
Oh. I do. You are known of making a scene, Alafi.
I could use to top up of potions. I kind of burned the last two I had.
Yes, that would be good. I don't know how
Yeah,
much we could get. There is the magical college. Oh, right. I do need to apologize and pay for what I did.
Oh. I think I need to dress in more official garbs from now on. Let's see.
Any rations you'd be getting here are just like any other 5 silver per ration.
Okay.
Most likely here is going to be from the fish market. Going to be well salted, well preserved.
Dried fish bento boxes and whatnot. Yeah.
Essentially.
Good.
So I just remove 1 gold. Cool.
Yeah.
That's 2 rations.
Wait.
5 silver.
Oh no.
5 silver per.
So
That's 10 gold.
10 gold. Okay, so
10 gold. Yeah.
there we go. Me bad at math.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong game.
Yeah.
Spices will most
Well,
likely get you the same thing, but I heard Alafi say he's got spices.
Yeah, he's got some joust. We'll just ask about it, but doesn't really know him. So he just grabs a couple twigs and leaves in like a bag and kind of puts it in there like spices.
Right.
So apparently they just grind up sticks and stuff. All right, and just like goes to and like scoops up dirt and whatever. That is food. All right, everyone, are we on our way? Shall we be on our way?
We're both
Drana is actually going to change her outfit because I do believe that I do have another model.
Well, here, let me get you that change in tent and just like put it up. Sorry.
All right. Gob, do you have the? Thank you.
Yo. That's sick. Cool.
Right.
Yee. God, I do love the Oni Kabuki mask.
Right.
That's.
I think
sick.
it's a lion, actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's kind of a lion, ogre, Oni kind of look. Yeah. Neat. You look lovely, Captain. Or, sorry, yes, you have a new title now. Kaigun Genshi.
Captain is fine for you, Joust.
I'm gonna keep calling you Drana.
And
Nope.
that is also fine.
Don't worry, I'll update it. Purge in memory of Captain Kaigun.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
All right, let's get going.
Would you like
We'll
to
get some fur
update
bugs
to
to find.
Windows 11?
Oh, and potions.
No.
All right, but yes, potions would be good.
Potions
Tygoon.
specifically. All right, give me a perception or investigation to check the marketplaces for potions.
That rotate myself around. I keep doing
Sick
that.
perception check. I get to roll a
Let's-
dice. Let's go. A 21.
17.
1 second.
Yep.
27.
27. All right.
Someone's an investigative boy.
Tora, you roll me a d12. Alafi, d8. Everyone else, d4s.
Okay.
8. Oop, not plus 8. Just 8.
3.
1.
2.
3.
And 8 for me.
Tora, throughout the marketplaces, you come across places that are willing to sell 8 superior healing potions. Alafi, greater. The rest of you, just common potions.
3
How
common.
Okay.
much is the Raider healing potions worth again?
Standard's 50, greater's 250, superior is 700.
I found 8.
10 yeah.
So I need 5. 2,000 gold? No. Math. Math is hard, guys.
3 of the superiors.
3 superiors, you got
How
it.
much? Yeah, how much did you say, Alafi? You wanted to get what? How many?
I need 2,000 gold to get 8 greater healing potions.
And those are how much?
250 each.
You would need 8.
I would love to buy 8 so I can hand them out to you guys.
8, yeah.
But I don't have the gold.
250 divided by 8 is, or times 8 is 2,000.
Yes. So Ilafi is desperately waving at you guys like, hey guys, come over here. Someone, help.
Jas comes over. Oh my god, potions. Guys, anyone got money? I don't know what the concept of that is.
I'm coming.
Apparently they need it for things we need. Weird.
These potions.
Alright, what do you need?
This is the good stuff. The bigger ones. They're like
Okay.
twice as good as the regular ones. They cost 5 times as much, but I think it's worth it.
I think. Oh, and look, they're grape flavored. Nope, that's just a drink over here.
I'm out of money.
Okay.
I
Do
don't
you have
any
2,000
money.
gold so we can buy all 8 of these?
Yes, I have 2,000 gold.
I think they want to save it for a house. Well, don't worry. Presumably there'll be treasure through the ancient home of dwarves.
Alright, how many we getting?
All 8, I would think. Of the better potions? No reason not to.
Yeah?
Got the
I will
2,000?
take out 2,000 gold and put it on the freaking table.
You see Joust writes an IOU and slides it over for 2,000 gold. I owe you 2,000 gold, Payne.
You sure do, Joust. You sure do.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and take those and give 2 to Drana, keep 2 for yourself, give 2 to Tora, and give 2 to Joust. I will likely be fine without them.
You know what's a good thing, Payne? You should have this in place of the payment of gold. There you go, 2 peeling potions.
Ilaf, if you want to hang on to 2, I've got 3 superior now.
I've got one.
You know what?
great
If you're
tonight.
feeling generous, I will take 1 superior and you guys can hold on to the graders.
I mean,
Okay, you take 1 of these. I'll hand over 1 of the superiors.
And
I
everyone
got
else has
little minis
more
on the
potions.
table for you.
Little minis?
little potion bottle, little schnapps. So
Superiors
be
are over by
2.
Tora. T-bottom.
Got schnapps, basically. Joust is just like, well, I don't really need to. I have learned quite a powerful healing spell that'll keep us alive.
I already had like 1 from before.
I guess
So
I'll
now
hold
I've
on to
got
this
3.
3rd one. Yeah, I guess
This
I'll
is
hold
the greater healing potions.
Oh, that's a great.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
you
I
already
got-
had a greater. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So now Joust has 3.
And Drana, you marked your 2 down?
I have the 2 sitting in front of me. So
Yep,
yes.
we got our little
Perfect.
reminder bottles. Well, that is
I'm,
good.
I
But
I
yes,
like these. These are cool.
but yes, when I was learning new spells, I learned one that is quite capable. Basically, I emit a healing frequency that stitches your wounds together.
Did Alafi take the one superior?
Oh, sure. I wrote it down on my character sheet. Over.
Well, take your bottle, bro. You got a bottle.
Well, in case you need it, the right click tells you how much the potion heals.
In case you
They
need,
hit you
in case you
full
want to
plate.
do this and go glug 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 and flip it. You know, glug glug glug.
Let's see. Do I have any other potions? Nope. Other than the Ichor, which isn't really healing. That just turns me into a full vampire for like a day.
I mean, I do have this magical bottle.
Yeah, you still do have that.
I'm good. I'm good.
You sure? You sure you don't want a genie wish?
I'm very sure.
Oh boy, I could go for 3 genie wishes.
Be careful with those and
Well,
choose
well,
your
I've
wording
already
carefully.
I've already figured the first one out. First would be I would return to my original height. Second would be I would want a turkey club sandwich, no problem with like mustard or dry or anything like that. And the third one would release the genie.
Okay, sure.
Those are some
Yeah.
lame wishes.
What are you talking about?
Can we
Those are
can we
very
switch out
calculated.
the can we switch out the second wish with something else? Something else that's just as simple.
Sure. I mean, I would offer you all a wish. I just want to return to my original height, or at least be like 5 centimeters
Fair.
taller,
Fair.
and maybe not be. Well, probably no beard. I keep pulling out, but every morning it keeps popping back out of my mouth. That's why I think every night Joust plucks it in the morning, just like pops back out. Like,
Be right back.
Ollie?
cue the Lord of the Rings walking music. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
Well, the Hollow Highlands are going to work a little different. It's going to be 5 days before you start reaching the mountains proper, but
Right.
There has to be a way for us to engage in both the frequency of monster encounters as well as just traveling along in a timeful manner. So,
Right.
Depending on how you want to go throughout your day after 5 days of travel, we are going to start rolling what you're going to be doing. And depending on how successful you are, you may or may not get your points of exhaustion just by dealing with the regular flora, fauna, the beasts that are just so frequent and dangerous here in the Highlands.
So a skill check slash traversal thing, overland travel thing.
Yes,
And then if
because
we do bad,
these
we get
are-
exhaustion.
These are going to be extreme conditions you're going to be under.
Right. Right.
Instead of just like, oh, this is difficult terrain, so it takes half the time. It's like, no, things are going to be out to kill you regularly.
Yeah, we lean against a tree and suddenly giant, Audrey plant starts coming out and like whipping at us. Like,
So
that was a tough day.
I feel it's a fair way to engage with without having every hour be an encounter.
Oh god, yeah, it'd be exhausting. But like, yeah, if we do bad, it's an exhaustion for all of us, and then unless we spend a day to rest, we don't get it back, kind of thing. Right.
Essentially.
Makes sense. Yeah, so try to do well and hope not to get too much levels of exhaustion.
If
or else
there
we will
are
have to stop.
more unique encounters along the way, we will set up for that. But this will be how travel works in the Highlands for now.
Basic
It can
travel.
be
got it.
it can be stealthy, trying to remain unseen. It could be just like full force. You're like focused on just like fighting things back in order to just make forward progression. It's up to you to
Right.
decide how you traverse through the Hollow Highlands.
Stealth would be slow.
Hmm.
We
do
do have the advantage of having me.
Right. I do have an idea that I could use this in this bottle of holy beer, I guess. But it would be more useful when we get to the throne. I mean, there is one spell that I might work, but that's kind of annoying. It has a giant glowing arrow above my head, and I'm not a fan of that one.
So,
I'll lead us well. Don't worry.
as your instructions were given, you are going to be hugging Lake Ifri until you see the mountains part into a valley.
Neat.
So, 5 days of travel in mind, I want you all to roll me D100s.
Let's go.
Let's go all the way.
It's been a while since we hit a 00, right?
Don't do that now.
Oh, come on. The 00s are always so good.
We got a 78. 78.
Yeah, 71. Not high enough.
66.
90.
90. That's pretty good.
90, cool.
Hmm.
We run into 700 flumps in the annual flump migration.
Pain might still be AFK, so get there rolling.
Welcome to FlumpCon.
Flump
What?
Con.
Oh,
Scarlet D100.
Okay, sorry. FlumpCon, what the hell?
I could see that being a real
Yeah.
thing.
I
Yeah.
would love
I'd
to
go.
see that, and they have like the little flump hats that we can buy and stuff. Like, I love their artist alley.
61.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 61.
61.
Not a single one below 50. Not bad. Not bad. Nothing particularly high. I mean, besides the 90. Exciting.
Oh, God.
It's all vampires. Hundreds of vampires.
Oh, hey, guys. What are you guys doing here? Oh, no.
Oh no, they all got cricket bats.
Oh, no, this isn't my house.
You came to the wrong house, you bloody fool. Oh no. Cockney vampires.
You know what? They might.
Can't throw that at you again, no.
Oh, only 3 stone giants this time.
Only 4 rocks.
Oh, the Scorpion King featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No, sir.
I don't want to encounter that.
Oh no, the CGI, it's horrible. Ah.
My Steam crashed. Neat.
I noticed.
And Laffy will be back shortly.
He better.
A lot of decisions. Red, yours was 78?
It was a 78, yes, correct.
Okay. Just double checking.
You've heard of tornadoes, guys, right? Sharknado. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my
Whatever would we
God. That's
do?
my favorite bad movie to watch.
Don't worry, I'm Bruce Campbell. Get in the car. No time to explain. Bruce Campbell. I would flip out if that
Movie.
happened. I would like, holy crap.
Hey, Chuck Finley is forever.
Oh yeah. Ash Williams?
Oh, Robin Williams. Ho ho.
Oh. Hey, you wish for a genie, right? Huh? Oh. Joust is sad. I wish you to be free immediately. Oh, you only rolled a 1. I'm here to kick your ass. Oh, okay.
I mean, save the wishes for emergencies. We never know if we might need them.
Or if someone wants it, you can just have it. Joust doesn't need any wishes.
He says that
Saving
now.
wishes is a good call.
Yeah,
I mean, until I can cast it for free.
exactly.
Squints. Squints. Stare.
What? Huh?
3 wishes. Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? We're not plotting anything.
Oh, I didn't think wish.
You
I
get wishes
took
under your
simulacrum.
arsenal, you're always plotting something.
What? No. Why would we do that? That would just take away the fun.
Yeah, Jas. Yeah, you guys come up. Jas, we need you to stop doing wishes. You keep ordering turkey subs. They're everywhere. You're not even eating them. I didn't want to make a big wish to ruin everything. I keep trying small wishes.
Let's see if I have a setup for this. Where are ya?
Over there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stay with me.
We're gonna have another stretch grid on our hands. I think we are.
And if you want to help support scheduled conflicts, consider support the channel. It's also Gob's
cool person does.
Steamiversary, right? Yeah.
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 Cool people subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
And if-
these are rectangles.
Oh, gods,
All
no.
these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Kami, I need you to tell me if I could leave the lookout.
Doesn't
That'll
it?
Double grid.
There. Maybe a sight for sore eyes, but you snap to the squares.
Hooray.
Oh, impressive.
Well, that
Works
works.
for me.
So, help paint the picture, because this is just imagination
An area.
here.
Imagination.
As you continue hugging Lake Ifri, be about 3 days into your journey. Want to subtract your rations. Come across what appears to have been a fenced-off little fishing hamlet. Only like 3 buildings would be taken aback by this place, but everything seems dilapidated, broken apart. You'd be this side is
It's the west. Yeah.
like this would be north for you guys, and you'd be heading south.
Right, so it's like southeast of the town, basically, or the city. Neat. Seems a hamlet is up ahead.
Or used to be. Its fences seem to have been broken down and abandoned. The buildings are dilapidated or half broken.
This is curious.
The boats are shattered on the shore.
Perhaps a great storm came about this way.
Or pirates.
On a lake? Lake pirates?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds. I mean, piracy does sound interesting. On a lake, no doubt.
I mean, that stream must run somewhere.
I suppose.
And this lake is huge. I mean, look, you can't even see the other side.
Give me a nature check.
Who?
Ooh.
Drana.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say me or.
Is it Fey Fiend or Undead?
Nature.
Okay. Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Drana, you recognize the state that this place has been in, living off of coastal shores for most of your, not all of your life. The way the buildings are almost like broken into by, not by humans or pirates. It almost seems as though they were broken in by like siege weaponry with the size of the chunks that have been torn apart on the buildings. The markings across the shores tells that something slowly had drifted up here and slowly drifted back into the lake.
So it was like pirates.
Something. It almost looks like cannon fire, but not exactly. It seems like something came ashore, blew holes in everything, then left.
Perhaps.
Another thing you take note of is damp state the buildings are in. They appear to be almost like waterlogged despite being further away from the shore. Dripping with water from the inside out.
It is possible that these people angered water elementals. Came ashore and, well, destroyed their houses.
I mean, we haven't seen much water elementals since the steam that fits in the water, and the water weird when we were back in the city.
You're not wrong.
But the further out in the primal, Alafi near Guy's thing. How are the elements? Are they awakened just as much as this?
Much less elemental. From what I remember, at least, things could have changed.
More primal, more physical beasts and biggins rather than the spirits. Like, not giant walking flaming fire tornadoes or anything.
Typically not. But we're not in Gaia's realm yet.
Right. If only we had that little thing, that commanded water elementals. That was fun. We're water beards.
I'm going to yell out in Aquan. We come in peace. We are just looking to pass through. We do not mean to tread on your territory for long.
Sure, announcing our presence is a good idea.
Oh. Gurgle.
Yeah, it mostly sounds like water gurgling to y'all.
Oh, wow. And I thought I was a linguist.
I mean, it's an uncommon language, but it's worth learning when you live by the ocean.
Luckily, in my program, and I am able to access all languages.
See, along the coast of the water begins to swell. Something appears to have answered your call.
Oh.
I don't know if announcing our presence was a good idea, Drona.
Well,
As it surfaces, you see like large crag structure rides from the water as it pours its massive shell.
Oh, is that a dragon turtle?
A big gaping maw hoists its way up along the shoreline.
It's a dragon! Turtle. Oh, wow. It's a big turtle. Well, hello there, friend.
We're snapping to grids as it becomes a problem.
Yes, for big round lads.
I think
We'll just
you
make it
can
bigger. That'll
unsnap
help.
him.
There you go. He's just a
Oh,
big
I
dragon
mean, he's a
turtle.
big guy, so you know it works.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, huge creatures makes sense to me.
That would be gargantuan.
Oh yes, they're gargantuan.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
5 makes sense.
massive.
I think.
a
Is my
dragon
brain
turtle.
right? You know
guys,
what?
I don't want to fight this. I don't want to fight this.
Come on, let's fight Gamera.
No, I don't want to fight Gamera. He's a friend to all
As-
children.
You look over at Jousties, it looks like a small Japanese child. No, camera.
It speaks to you back in Aquan. If you mean to leave peacefully, make an offering unto my nest.
Oh,
I assume the nest is the center of town.
His head sort of turns over the town. You see, sort of laying in one of the main buildings, a bit of it like caved in, a bit of it like torn open. Appears to be a bushel, about 3 dragon turtle eggs.
those are big eggs.
They would be about the size of a medium humanoid, yes.
Yeah, they're big if for a gargantuan creature. Yeah.
Shit.
Like 1 egg, 2 eggy, 3 eggy.
Icky.
Icky. All right. Well, Abdron, what do you have to give to the exuberant turtle? I mean, I got the bottle. Shika shika.
Maybe ask what kind of offerings it has in mind.
What offerings would you want? Would you want to keep your young safe? Or would you want just anything that we can give? Warm, more so than safe.
Across the Lake Ifri, as it continues to speak in Aquan, there are very few treasure ships, mostly fishermen and common rabble. I crave the sinking of glorious ships, collecting their treasure and making it my nest.
Treasure then. I mean, we got a bunch of gems.
Offer your treasures to the eggs, or become the nest for the eggs.
We
I
literally have a chest full of gems that's worth 300.
Yeah, we could put a
We
bunch
can
of gems down.
sacrifice that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could get more gems. That's not a problem. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm down with that.
We just pour them around, like a bunch of gems around each of the 3 eggs.
I'm holding out the small chest that has the 300 gems, 300 gold's worth of gems.
Will this suffice?
As I'm hoping that Drana is translating.
Will this be enough? As I say back in Aquan. For all of us.
It begins to drag itself onto the shore and approach you with your offering.
Easy. Easy.
It takes a big whiff of you all as the air sort of almost like pulls on your loose clothing. This is a sum of treasure, but not all of your treasure. Do not hold back on me.
Jas looks at him, and I'm like, I don't have anything valuable, guys. What do you have? You holding out, guys?
I have no idea what this thing is saying. What's going on?
This is what I have.
Lie.
This is what we have to offer. We need to keep some money for ourselves so we could survive.
I have not seen kin like you before. Fishermen only wear waders and peasantry clothes. You are cuts far above that. Your survival means very little to me.
I'm going to you know what? I want to detect thoughts on it.
Okay.
Seeing why it wants treasure specifically, and I will try to probe deeper if needed, which would be a wisdom saving throw for it.
On its surface thoughts, you see a mother ready to rear its children for a life in the open waters, a travel to the oceans and to greater pastures. But in order to do so, it must nurture it in the nature of its own ways. You're getting the sense of the nature of this dragon, for it is a dragon. And much like all dragons, they hoard power, they hoard treasures. They will take it by whatever means they can.
Mm-hmm.
Indiscriminately across the sea.
Yeah, they got a nasty breath.
As far as you can read, it is just behaving with its very nature.
Alright. We aren't going to change this thing's mind, but
I mean,
I don't want to kill it either.
no, that's give it all its gold. Why do we need the gold, guys? We don't need anything. We just need to keep going.
We do need money, Joust.
No, we don't. We need
yes,
to be
yes,
alive.
We do. Yes, we do.
We can.
Joust. We need the money in order to
Drana
sustain-
pulls out her huge sack of gold from her bag. And it's decently sized. 584 pieces worth. It's just her gold, to be specific. This is all I have. I will make a deception check on that.
All right, roll a deception.
So goddamn greedy. I'm just
think
saying.
It can smell gold.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm giving it all my gold.
It's a treasure.
So
Yeah,
let's see.
deception roll.
Yep. Oh, it's still just 15.
Place it along with the gems.
Yes, sir. As I put my bag of gold on top of the gems, and I start walking it over to the eggs.
It
I'll
will
already
follow you.
handed it over.
Got my eye on you, Coleman.
and
Jasper.
I will place them down right there.
Jazz is looking at everybody like why?
Your tribute is sufficient. Go with your lives. And bring more should you return.
Yes, sir. Come on. As
So
I
saith the great dragon Ifri,
be free. All right.
named after the lake.
Oh, we ran into the kami of the lake, basically. Lovely.
Neat.
Go
Cool.
before it changes its mind. Go.
See, Joust is like, as we're walking, like, you all are really fucking greedy. You know that, right?
Haven't tasted turtle before.
Let's not try now.
We're not at a point where we can, nor should we, at the moment. As much as I would love to entertain the idea, maybe not right now.
All right.
I think we could take it.
I don't think so.
Salafi, you've been a turtle. Have a little more respect.
And yes, I am
He's got a point.
legit. I get my gold, and I am going to walk away.
I bet it tastes pretty good.
I will follow.
And that's what you get for a 66.
That's pretty sick.
Whoa!
I'm saying you guys
Ah.
are really fucking greedy. I'm like, dude,
I don't think you
we're gonna-
realize Payne
that's-
has like 6,000 gold.
Yeah. And you're all like, I can't give up my gold. I'm like, just give it something.
I have to be able to pay for the freaking house with something. It's not gonna be with
Dude,
like
we're
Cheez-Its in a
adventurous.
dream. Now is it?
No,
We're
so we
going-
like keeping our money. Why can't we be the dragons? Come on.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Why are you
Why
so
can't we
racist?
be
You're
the-
not dragons.
Why can't we be the
That's
rich,
Maybe
rich
we
murder
could be
hobos?
if we
We can't.
believed hard enough.
I want to be a dragon when I grow up.
No.
With the dragon
Stealing
turtle
princesses.
deceived and thwarted, you continue your way south until you find the crevice within the mountains that you seek. It is there we will end the episode.
Oh,
Sorry about those
By the
technical
way-
issues earlier. That Discord was being real scratchy.
Really weird.
It shouldn't have a
funny,
problem
Robbie.
with the recordings on OBS, so it should be a nice, clean video on YouTube tomorrow.
Nice, nice. But yeah,
Cool.
happy Halloween, guys. Thanks for everybody showing up. Yeah.
Maybe not as spooky as we intended, but we still had a lot to celebrate today on this wonderful day of Halloween. Another year of live 2D VTubing, and one of my favorite holidays of the year to celebrate. So, thank you all for joining us today for this wonderful episode 65 of Scheduled Conflicts. And without interruptions, we will see you into the month of November. Take care,
Absolutely.
everybody. And happy Halloween. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 guys, stop being scary.